Most people don't realize just how impactful their psoas muscle can be on creating and keeping someone in an imbalanced and asymmetrical posture. Now, most people think of the psoas as the primary hip flexor muscle. And while that is true, it can also have a significant role on the rotation and turning of the pelvis and lumbar spine. To understand how, we need to understand the attachment sites of the psoas. It attaches on the side of our lumbar spine. It runs down and attaches on the inside portion of our femur or thigh bone. Now, if I were to pull these two attachment sites closer together, which would represent a muscular contraction of the psoas, that's going to turn my lumbar spine towards the other side. So typically people that have a pelvis that's rotated towards one side and usually also hiked up on that side have a psoas that's tighter on the opposite side. For example, if I have a pelvis that's constantly rotated towards the right side, creating an imbalance, then I likely have a psoas that's tighter on the left side because that is creating that turn to the right. As the pelvis turns towards the other side, you're also going to see the pelvis come forward on that side into a position of hip flexion, which is also what the psoas does. So the solution is two things. First, we want to help pull the pelvis back on the side of the tighter psoas, but we also want to create a better ability to turn our pelvis towards that side. The hamstrings are going to be key players here because they help pull the pelvis back on that side, and by nature of the pelvis being pulled back, it can create better space to turn towards that side. Lay on your back with your feet on the wall and get a 90-degree bend at both your knees and your hips. Place a foam roller in between your mid to upper thighs. What you want to do is feel these 3 points of contact gently on the wall on both feet, but focus mostly on your heels. First, we're going to activate our hamstrings to rotate the pelvis back. So we're going to drag down on the wall with our heels, keeping our whole foot flat. And we're going to have our tailbone lift off of the ground because we're dragging down on the heel. The act of dragging down is what's going to lift our tailbone off of the ground, flatten out our low back. We're not trying to just push into the wall and get our hips up. It's the act of dragging down. Now at this point, again, your low back is flat and relaxed and your hamstrings are just gently engaged. Now what you're going to do is to get that pelvis to rotate back on one side is you're just going to gently drag down on the foam roller with one knee as you gently push the other knee towards the ceiling. It's going to turn your hips towards that side and activate more hamstring on that side and a little bit of inner thigh on that same side as well. So now you should have your hamstring and inner thigh adductor muscle working on the side you are rotating towards. It's just a gentle turn. It's not aggressive at all. Maybe just a 3 out of 10, 2 out of 10 effort. Check in with yourself and make sure your whole foot is flat on both sides still, but you have more pressure on that side you're turning towards. Now take long, relaxed breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth in this position, making sure that your neck is relaxed, your chin still is passively pointing at the ceiling. You're gonna hold this for about 2 sets of 5 to 10 breath cycles. And some people may benefit from placing something underneath their heels as long as their whole foot can stay flat. That'll give them something to drag down in